welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Well, thank you for joining us for another wonderful edition of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. For 8 years, we've been guiding you to personal and financial wellness by interviewing the best of the best. And it could be anything. It could be top professionals in any field. We're talking insurance, estate planning, college planning. It could be business planning. And today, we're going to talk about how to improve your business and how to think about your business. We have a lot of real estate agents out there. We have a lot of business owners out there. So what are you doing to capture the largest percentage of your referral partners? Meaning 80% of your business probably comes from 20% of the people you know. Are you thanking them? Are you reaching out to them? Are you thinking about them? Well, we brought an expert in today. The number one Cutco salesperson in the U.S. is here, and there's a reason for it. And we're excited to have her with us today. Again.
This is so funny because Don said I was going to intro her, but he took all the steam and left me with the most important thing. It's Deanna Scortino.
Thank you.
I was just teeing you up.
Yeah, he left me like 3 words. It's okay. But it's a
great.
name and super important.
Thank you.
The Knife Gal.
Yes, the Knife Gal. We've had Deanna on multiple times now. Great addition to our show.
And in addition to our team.
And that's one of the things, too, is that we talk about every time that you're here is the value of giving a gift. And it might be an art that's starting to get lost in some marketing programs.
Right.
You know, everybody's focused on Facebook, Instagram, print is dead, and this and that. Well, at the end of the day, we still believe that the best business is done face-to-face.
Right.
And it's done with your friends and the people that you have deep relationships with. And you still have to say thank you to those people to stay top of mind.
Yeah.
And I know you stay top of mind because you wouldn't be number one in the country for 3 years in a row. So, and we know also how you treat us and how you make us feel special. And you still come around and make sure that we remember you. So tell us a little bit about kind of some of those secrets.
So I would say you're right. I mean, I loved what you just said a second ago, Dawn, about 80% of your business comes from 20% of your clients, basically. I really make it, I try to be in front of as many clients and potential clients as possible, physically. And yes, I do emails, yes, I do text messages, yes, I do Facebook and Instagram, all these great things. But I think one of the things that we've been focusing on, and we did it last year as well, is our top basically 10%. Like, who are the people, or 20%, who are the people that are bringing the most business in? Because, you know, I'm just like, you know, you guys and your LOs are out in the field, like hustle, 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 new business, because that is important. It'll feed your pipeline for the long term. Those people will always turn into repeat clients for the most part. But according to Forbes magazine, it costs 5 times more money and 5 times more time to obtain a new client than it does to work with an existing client or referral.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wait a minute. Well, then why am I spending all that money and time if I'm not going to get a return on my investment?
You do. You're just going to get 5 times less.
And we push this all the time because obviously we have a lot of loan officers who work with us. And I'm going to throw in a testimonial for you. What's really cool is you walk the walk, because you don't just show up here once a year with a big sale and saying push, 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 and I'm going to cut you a good deal, pun intended. But what you do is you are involved in what we do, and you know about us, you know us personally, you know our loan officers personally. You go to our events.
That's
and,
important.
I mean, you were there side by side with us, learning more. You're always wanting to learn more, like us. We go to every event we can. We're involved in everything, and it's not just always lending related. It's how do I become a better, add more value. It's not even just being a better salesperson. It's really how do I add more value.
Well, it's also being a partner, Don. We talk about the difference between a partner and a vendor. And a vendor can be transactional, and a partner becomes part of the fabric of your organization and part of just the way things are. So
if you were a vendor, you wouldn't be sitting here.
Thank you.
And in fact, you know what? We talked a little bit. We were talking about this event we're alluding to. That was Momentum Builder 2019, which we just did.
That was awesome.
It was really great.
Oh my gosh,
we had a lot
really
of great
good.
things.
Yeah.
Depending on what you are, if you're a consumer, if you're a business owner, if you're looking how to learn how to market, if you just want to get closer with your people, everybody was touched by somebody a little bit different. If you want more information on that, just text Momentum 2019 to 58885. So we're starting, finally got that system going, starting to get the drips coming out,
That is
and
good.
Yeah,
the videos are going to come out in the next
a lot
couple
of things.
weeks.
You go to those events, and you've gone to a lot of events. We've been at events with you, and you get excited. You get all these great ideas, but then they fall by the wayside. You're not reviewing your notes, or you're not thinking about it or making change.
Right.
So our goal with this one is we record it. Thank you, Furman, who's recording this now. Nicely done, buddy. And then we're going to share it throughout the year.
Yeah,
with
implementation.
tips and yes, to help them actually leverage and make change so that they're ready to go for Momentum Builder 2020 with a real focus on how to improve their business.
Right, and I think that's smart about having someone who's professionally able to do something like this. I think we try to do everything ourselves, and I'm personally working with a videographer right now on things we filmed together because I don't know how to edit it down for Instagram as easily as he does, right? So I think sometimes we're afraid to delegate, and you just have to decide. I think, I don't want to say half my business comes from this, but a lot of times the thing I hear is, hey, you know what, I've been meaning to have a system for my business and my appreciation of my clients. Let's do this. Like, this is actually what I've been needing to do. So how does it work? Like, walk me through it. Like, we're feeding like a true need for a business owner that wants a system, because you don't want to add more time to what you're doing. You want to capitalize on the time you do have and make it more systematic. That's what we all want. We all want more time to do other things and be with family and go on trips and whatever else that is, invest money, whatever it is. But I think the number one thing that people forget is they're all wrapped up in this whole hustle, hustle, hustle. I got to get the new business. I got to follow up with these leads. I got to, like, you know, what you guys were saying earlier, and there's a lot to do.
Easy to be busy to be busy.
Right, and you should do those things, but do not neglect your top clients. And remember, the best way I could put it in perspective is these are the people that allow your children to have braces. They're the reason you can go on your Hawaii vacation. They're the reason you even own your house.
That's a good point.
She's picking on me. All those things are things we have.
But the point is, there's probably only like 20% of your database that really are the reason those things are happening,
100%.
right?
You know what's really nice about these people, and I'm thinking about the top 20% in our database, is they trust us. And so if I'm calling them and I say, hey, here's an opportunity, I think you should look at it, let's evaluate your situation, let's look at this versus that, we genuinely want to help them because we care about them as much as they care about us. That's why they become the top people in your life. And then they just trust you. Say, okay, if you think it's a good idea, let's do that. And you're able to give them advice over, especially what we do, sometimes over a decade.
Right.
You know, and you see the improvements, and you can even get really comfortable with them. And you're like, I told you to do this 3 times and you didn't do it. Go, you're ready to do it now. Yes, okay, fine, I'll listen to you now. You
That's kind of rapport.
Well, I mean, it's really understanding them. I mean, what's nice is you know, as opposed to you just coming in as a vendor saying, here's a product you can sell and here's what it costs. You're like, here's how you can leverage it and here's why this product is better than some others, because, you know, you give them something that's perishable, it's gone. You're no longer in their thought process, where you come up with, you know, clever ways to give a gift, a Cutco knife or scissors or all kind. You have more.
Now she's got all kinds of stuff.
It's how it's packaged. It's
water
how you
bottle.
say
What do you call those things?
Yeah,
The water.
it's like a what do you call it? Insulated bottle, so it keeps liquid hot and cold for 12 to 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you always come up with thought, but it's depending on how they want to say thank you and inform them why they should, and the value of getting the referrals back from your top referral partners. You have to say thanks. If you don't, somebody else will.
Right, and I think then one of the biggest things that is a huge opportunity, whether it's realtors have really capitalized on this for this year, and other business owners too. If it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever year anniversary, that's the best time to give a gift. Honestly, if it's someone that you could do business with again in the future, it's not just about at the transaction, here you go. You're definitely top of mind because you've been working with them for the last month or 2 or whatever it is, right? However, if they're 1 or 2, 3 years in, that's the time to be top of mind, because first of all, when they receive something from you, it makes a huge impact. They're not expecting it, and they're 1, 2, 3, or 4 years closer to buying their house again, selling their house again, doing a refi. that is the
knowing someone
time.
who's buying or selling a home.
Right? Usually at that point, their friend is ready, or even their daughter is old
Neighbor.
enough to buy her first house. Whatever. There's so many changes that happen in that amount of time, and that's the time to do it.
Yeah, you're talking about top of mind, and we were just talking about that before the show, is that in a world of constant stimulus, it's hard to stay top of mind. So you have to do it with some sort of shock and awe, right? And I think of clickbait. Right, you look at this thing and you're like, that's absolutely impossible, but I really want to click on it right now.
Right.
And then you're like, can I get to that same web page without clicking on this? Because if I click on it, it's going to take over my phone forever.
Right.
But that's the world we live in, and we talked about it during the event, is that you look at your phone 2,600 times a day. So talk about people having the impact or being able to manipulate your mind to a certain extent. How do you do that on a more personal level, on a more sincere level, and not on a, eyeballs on a
Digital
phone
level.
Yeah.
I'd say it's really just comes down to being in front of people. Even if you're so busy and you just physically can't see everyone, which I totally understand, send them something of value. Not some newsletter or another email or postcard.
Recipe.
Do other touches like that. I do those too.
I was going to say, I think you have to do it all. I think it's
do.
all and, it's not or.
Well,
Right.
I like that what you're...
Sprinkle it in. Sprinkle in like the valuable things for the top people.
That's exactly
Engraved
where I was
with
going.
your
I mean,
info.
that-
Thanks so much for spreading the love.
really recognizing those top people. Because I know we can look at... you've been working with me 10 years. We have certain clients that come back again and again and again, and their family members and their friends.
Right.
And
Your children.
And they
You're like
call
you
us
said.
no matter what. I mean, they don't even think about calling somebody else.
I love
because they
that.
value our advice. I mean, we've helped people if they didn't call us, Liz probably wouldn't have bought her dream home.
She's
She's
been moving up over a
she wouldn't
decade.
have known how to do it because it had
Love
to be
it.
set up a certain way for her to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And she would have lost out on her dream home for her and her family. And now she got it. And we actually strategically found a way to lower her payment. We go, get in now. We can get you in now to your dream home. And then
6 months later, we'll get you out and do
we
this.
just lowered her
Oh,
payment
wow.
$1,800 a month.
Holy crap.
$1,800 a month. So she only had to pay the little bit higher payment to get into the home
Just for a few months.
yeah. So for $8,000,
If it works out in the
helped her
long
get
run,
yeah,
who
for like
cares?
$8,000, she got into her dream home, and that home's already gone up more than $8,000 because she got into it now, not later.
Right.
It's gone up probably $100,000.
Yeah.
But anyways, and we were and we did call her and set it up, and it was done. It wasn't like we were
Right.
like, ha, we got your commission. We're moving forward. It's we care, and
Executed
this is
the
a great
plan.
way to say thanks and keep in touch. I mean, how does this keep in front of them? Because you actually, I know you can. It's harder to write things off nowadays, without
Right.
a doubt.
Yes, for sure.
So I know this is a podcast and it's hard to see what I'm showing.
No, we have a video.
Oh, it's video.
good.
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
We have a video podcast.
It's both.
too.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what we do, a lot of you know this. However, by the way, this is the new box. We started, this is inappropriate, but
I
you know
like that
me.
one better than the slide one.
Yeah.
It's very professional.
My marketing guy and I, who happens to be my husband, so that's why this comment is fine, talked about doing an email that says, "Have you seen my box?" You know?
It'll definitely get some clickbait. See what I said? Shock and awe.
I had to just throw in something in here.
Not saying a word.
Anyway, the point is it's very classy. Well, this is. And it just says, "Welcome to the Cutco family." It's super, it's
is.
literally indented into the box.
Great, like great.
And the thing is, a lot of people give something. They'll give, gift cards, wine baskets. These things are great. However, because the IRS only allows $25 to be written off, consult your tax guy. That makes it a challenge, especially when you're making a great amount on selling a house or anything else. So because we engrave it, you legally can shift that cost over to advertising and promotion. So you don't have to get creative with like, oh, how can I write this off or get out of paying whatever. It's all a system in place. It's all fully tax deductible as marketing and advertising. And literally, this has Don and Gino's info on it.
Surprise.
They can see and look at it every single day. And whether you want to give knives, it's fine. We have spreaders, we have cutting boards, we have bottles. Like, the point is, everything we do is not consumed. Because if you really ever want to care about doing business with this person again, I don't care who you are. You need to be top of mind long term with your clients because, as you said, they're getting distracted by so many things. They don't just wake up one day and think of Don and Gino. Like, that would be really cool. But but maybe they do when they're, making breakfast for their kids now. Like, oh, this is really good.
Well, it's going to make an impact, too. I mean, what's nice is we had certain ones with certain clients or partners we work with and stuff, or bosses, whatever, they support us. The wine boxes, instead of just sending out a bottle of wine, I guarantee the wine was like another bottle of wine. But the box that it comes in is super impressive. When you send that out, it's, wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
And not to mention the product. So,
true
story, had a barbecue last week and needed to do something. You guys weren't there yet. I needed to score the meats, but I just needed to score a particular part of the meats. I have these really nice, expensive non-Cutco knives, and I was having a very, very hard time. And Kevin comes over and is like, dude, you need better knives. I'm like, these are really expensive. And I know that I have a Cutco knife that I can depend on.
Barbecue winter knife.
I know that I know I can depend on. It was actually the barbecue practice run. And I know that I have a Cutco knife I can depend on. So that could also say something about your company, is that the reliability and just knowing that it's there and it's going to work and it's going to cut all the time. Right.
Yeah, and if anything ever needs sharpening or you even melt the handle on the barbecue. I'll ship it off for you guys. Like, anyone can ship their stuff into Cutco, but for my top sphere, I usually just ship it for you. So you don't have to do anything, and they just ship it right back, and shipping's all you do. It's easy.
Right. So if someone's looking to work with a partner to help them come up with a system, with product, with uniqueness, and actually to strategize, how do they get a hold of you? Because what's nice is not like go online and order my product. There's a strategy. There's a thought process of what they want to accomplish and what their budgets are and how they want to pay for it, because you always work up, what's nice is payment plans, and you're like, oh, good, I can spread this out.
Right.
We don't even over time.
Yeah, we don't even check credit. We don't even know how. So it's kind of fun.
No wonder our loan officers are getting them. Just kidding, guys. How do they get a hold of you?
So the best way would be theknifegal.com. Phone number, email, and all that jazz is right on there. And at the top, we just redesigned it. So excuse me if this is incorrect, but I believe it says shop knives at the top if you want things for your house, and I believe it says shop gifts if you need gifts for your business.
Nice.
So there's two sections. There's some videos and some things on there too, and we also send our business owners follow-up videos they can send their clients, so that way it's an easy touch.
Whole 9 yards. I've watched some of them, like, that's good scripting. I mean, it's nice as you're a true partner, and it was really nice. You're like, don't just send the box, do this. Here's the steps that we found that give the most bang for your buck.
Right. And if you guys are more visual and social people, you can also follow my YouTube channel, which is The Knife Gal. And you guessed it, The Knife Gal is also my Facebook and Instagram.
Nice.
So reach out to The Knife Gal.
The Knife Gal. That's all you have to remember.
That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you guys for having
Good friend,
me.
good partner, and thank you for making us step up the plate on a regular basis. Deanna Scortino with Cutco Knives, and again, reach out to The Knife Gal. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks.
Always
See you
a
next
pleasure.
time, for sure.
All right. Another great show and great guests as always. You can always find out more by going to donandgino.com. That's right. There's thousands of videos. Check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, we have the National Real Estate Cafe, which gives you daily updates of what's really happening in the real estate and financial world, because we always want to keep you in the know, and that's why we like you being part of our show. Have a great day.